Hello, I'm Dwayne Chig, and welcome to another issue of Your Encouragement Encounter. Got a few words for you. First thing I want to ask you is, what can you do? And what I mean by that, everybody has their lane. Everybody can do something. And sometimes people look at other people's lanes and wish I could do what they can do, or they want to know when is their turn. Well, what can you do? You can do something. You have a gift that you can do. You can do something to get that book going. You can do something to get your singing career going. You can do something to accomplish your goals. Everybody can't do everything, but everybody can do something. You want to feed people. You can't feed the whole world, but you can feed some people down the street. My wife and I, at Christmas time, because we don't exchange gifts anymore, we do something that we call Happy Birthday Jesus. Now, if that's not your belief, or if that's not your point of reference, that's fine. I just want you to get the point. There's a scripture that says, when I was hungry, you fed me. When I was sick, you visited me. When I was naked, you clothed me. When you did it unto the least of these, you did it unto me. So my wife and I, we find a local organization that is feeding people or clothing people, and we donate to them. We can't feed everybody, but we can feed somebody. And so we make sure we're doing something as it relates to helping people. Now, as it relates to what I want to do, as it relates to being one of the premier speakers across the country, being a best-selling writer, I can do something. I haven't hit the bestseller list yet, but I can write something. I can speak somewhere. I can do something to further myself in that career. Everybody can do something. And you may not be a superstar at what you do, but you can do something. Back in the day, as it relates to music, I used to work at a local record store. You know, those round black things? I used to work at a local record store. And I used to like to read the liner notes, who played what, and background singers. They put all that stuff on the back. And there was a group of siblings called the Waters: Maxine, Julian, Luther, and Orrin Waters. Now, they weren't major superstars. The average person didn't know their name. But out of every 10 R&B albums from maybe the 70s and the 80s, I would almost bet that their name was on at least 5 of them. 5 of them, because that's what they did. They were awesome in what they did. What do you do? What can you do to get your career going? What can you do to accomplish your dreams? What can you do? Some people are good at punctuation, at English. Some people are good at the technical things. And by the way, I want to give a shout out to Mrs. Nicole Stevenson, and to Brene Seals, and to my princess Crystal Scott. Because they are good at what they do, it makes me look like I'm good at what I do. They've helped me so much with those things, and so they make me look better than I really am. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. So shout out to Miss Nicole, Brene, and my princess Crystal. What can you do? Everybody can do something. So what can you do? Not only what can you do, but what are you willing to do? Sometimes if you want to get better, do better, be better, in order to get better, you have to be better and do better. You have to be better first. Like what Zig Ziglar says, he says you have to be before you can do, and you have to do so you can have. So what are you willing to do so you can have? Are you willing to turn off the television? Are you willing to make some sacrifices? Are you willing to be criticized, ostracized? What are you willing to do? There's a quote that I've heard, and I believe it's attributed to Damon John from FUBU fame. He says, you have to be willing to get up before everyone else and go to bed after everyone else. What are you willing to do to be more disciplined? What are you willing to do to overcome your procrastination? What are you willing to do? What sacrifices are you willing to make? I'm really working on my health and getting better and those type of things. And so I told my wife a couple of days ago, I'm going to go a whole week and I'm not going to have any cookies or donuts or muffins or anything like that. And you say that's not a big deal, but if you knew me, you know for me that's a big deal. But I just wish I hadn't made it so soon, because I forgot my wife had a big piece of sweet potato pound cake in the refrigerator before I made this commitment. But I'm gonna keep my commitment. I'm gonna be strong. I'm gonna keep my commitment. I'm willing to do that. And so what are you willing to do? Not only that, but what are you doing right now? Some people suffer from what John Maxwell calls destination disease. I'm going to when I get. But what are you doing now to get there? What are you doing now to be a better writer? What are you doing now to be a better singer, to have better relationships? What are you doing now? I have a great desire to be a best-selling author. I haven't made it, yet, but what I'm doing now is I continue to write. I have a great desire to be one of the premier inspirational speakers across the country. I haven't made it, yet, but I'm speaking at different places now. I'm encouraging people through Facebook, through Twitter, through these videos. I'm doing that now. And so what are you doing now to get where you want to go? What are you doing now to become more disciplined? What are you doing now to overcome if it's procrastination, like it is for me, your bad habits? What are you doing now? And like I like to say, the best time to learn CPR is before you need it. So what can you do? What are you willing to do? And what are you doing right now? That's going to do it for me. I trust that something was said that helped you in some way. You can follow me on Twitter at EncourageMan. That's EncourageMan. If you're new to my encouragement network and you'd like to see some of the other videos, you can find them on my YouTube channel, Dwayne Shig at YouTube. And would you help me help your friends? I know you know someone that could use this information. Would you please share this on your Facebook page or on your Twitter, even an email blast? Would you do that? I'd greatly appreciate it, and your friends would also. And if your group, your organization, or you're having an event and you'd like to have a speaker there and you'd like to contact me concerning that, I can be reached at drshig@gmail.com. That's drshig@gmail.com. Until next time, you be encouraged. Be blessed.